In this video, I'm going to show you how to paint your Stormlords chapter for Warhammer 40,000. We'll cover everything, including how to tackle painting a Space Marine with more than one colour on the armour, how to get it highlighted, and then we'll look at adding interest and getting other key details painted. Don't worry though, because this will be broken down step by step so it's easy to follow along with, and by the end you'll have the knowledge and confidence to get your own Stormlords fully painted. And if you stick around until the end, I'll show you a few extra touches we can add to the armour to make it look even more interesting. My name's Michael and welcome to TableTopReady. Today we're going to be painting a Space Marine from the Stormlords chapter, which means I finally get to show you how to paint some power armour with two colours. And so you know, all the paints and brushes I use will be shown on the screen as I use them, and they'll also be listed in the description along with links to my favourite hobby tools and equipment you see me using. And before we get started, we'll first have to get our Stormlord ready for painting, which involves building them using sub-assemblies and getting them undercoated. I've mostly assembled our Stormlord, but I've left the arms, head and pack separate. This not only makes everything easy to paint, but also helps since these parts will all end up different colours. For the undercoat I've used white scar, as it's going to give us a great foundation for all those vibrant colours we're going to paint. If you want to learn more about getting your miniatures ready for painting, I do have a dedicated video on the channel that covers sub-assemblies and undercoating your miniatures in depth, so make sure and go and check that out. So when you're ready and have your Stormlord built and undercoated, we can get started. Let's start by blocking in the main colours for the armour and covering some of the basics. Our Stormlord has four main colours, so let's get those painted first, starting with Mephiston Red, and I'll show you how to build up a nice solid colour. So whenever we're painting our base colours, we always want to thin our paints, and I find an equal amount of water does the trick. As well, when you're ready, we want to keep our brush moving and try not to go over any areas we've already painted to prevent creating any unwanted texture whilst the paint is still drying. We're only painting the right half of our Space Marine, and it doesn't need to be neat at this stage, we're just looking to block in the colour to get started. After painting your first layer, you'll see that because we thinned our paint, it won't have covered very well, so let's repeat the process and paint another layer. Painting in multiple thin layers like this allows us to build up to a solid colour without losing any details. Just make sure to let each layer fully dry first before doing another one. Once you've got the red half painted, we can move on to the white half using Corax White, and again just focus on blocking in the colour to start with, rather than worrying about how neat the line is. And if you're enjoying this tutorial, don't forget to leave a like and let me know in the comments. Now you have the white half fully painted, we can take some time and neaten up our line. Painting a Space Marine with multiple colours isn't all that different from a single coloured scheme. We're still going to be following the same steps and basics, it just takes a little extra time and effort. Once you're happy with the armour, let's paint the helmet using Uriel Yellow. This will need to be built up in multiple thin layers to get a nice solid colour. Finally, we're going to be using some Armageddon Black, first using this for all the ribbed areas under the armour, and it's okay if we're a bit messy here as we can take some time to neaten things up as you go. When you've done that, we use Armageddon Black again to paint the pack to finish off our four main colours on our Stormlord. Now that we've got our main colours painted for our Stormlord, let's take a look at how to create definition and start highlighting. I want to use this section to show you how to bring out our details and get them highlighted. Even though we have our main colours painted, our Stormlord is looking pretty flat, so let's start bringing out those details with the recess shade. Let's recess shade the red side first using Galvor Back Red, and this involves painting directly into the recesses and areas to create our definition, rather than using an overall wash which can be messy and darken the colours we apply them over. If you're a bit messy like me, we can always neaten things back up with our base colours. For the white half of the armour, we're going to use Fenrisian Grey, which gives us a nice cooler tone to contrast against the warmer red, and again make sure to try and keep things nice and tidy. The final area of armour to recess shade is the yellow helmet, and for this we can use Baylor Brown. We don't need to worry too much about recess shade in the black areas of the armour as it won't make a difference, so let's move straight on to highlighting. For our highlights, I'm going to show you how to line or edge highlight our details, which gives us a much cleaner look. Let's first work on highlighting the white half of the armour using white scar, and remember to thin your paint as normal and wipe off any excess on paper towel first. This helps prevent those thick blobby lines and keeps everything looking sharp. Highlighting this kind of angular armour is actually quite straightforward because it has so many strong defined edges. We can simply angle the brush and run it along those edges to create clean, consistent highlights. Of course, there will be areas where you can't rely on using just the edge of our brush. For those, just take your time and paint thin lines where we want our highlights to be. If you want to know more about highlighting, then I've got a dedicated video on the channel which goes into more detail about what I find helps me and what I did to improve. Then once you're done, hopefully you can see how our highlights have helped to really define the shape of the armour, and we can get our red half highlighted. For me, highlighting is always going to be one of the most important techniques to really practice, because not only does it help to improve the look of our miniatures, but it also helps to improve our hand-eye coordination and brush control, making us better miniature painters overall. For the red half of the armour, let's use Evilson's Scarlet, and this time we're going to start with a chunky highlight, which is a thicker line, so we can still see it after our edge highlight is painted on top of this, to help create a softer looking highlight. After the chunky highlight is done, we can use Fire Dragon Bright for our edge highlights, which are painted in exactly the same way as our white half. The last area of armour I want to highlight in this section is the helmet, and for this let's keep it simple with some edge highlights using Flash Kitsch Yellow. We've now finished the armour and looked at the different kinds of highlights we can achieve, so let's move on to getting the black armour and weapons painted. Now I want to show you how to get the black armour, weapons and metallic details painted, which are an essential part of painting any Stormlord. We can start by painting any silver details using Iron Hand steel, and at the same time let's paint any chest decorations with Iron Warriors. Then once you're done with those, we want to apply Nuln Oil, using enough to cover areas without it pulling up too much in details. When the shade is dried, let's highlight these silver details with Stormhost Silver. Look, we can't expect to be able to get everything finished in just one sitting, so let's just take our time and enjoy the process. It's a hobby after all, and if we paint with intention, we'll have something we can be really proud of once we're done. After the metals, we'll want to paint any weapon casings with Abaddon Black. Then once those details are painted along with any black areas we worked on earlier, let's start bringing out the edges with a chunky highlight using Corvus Black. After the chunky highlights are done, let's paint our edge highlights using Dawnstone. Now with the weapons and black armour sections finished, we're nearly done, so let's get the final details finished, including adding some interest. In this last section of the tutorial, let's look at finishing your Stormlords and how we can really make them stand out. Let's start by getting any leather belts and pouches painted, and for these we're using Mournfang Brown for our base colour. When that's done, let's apply Nuln Oil to create some definition. Then finish your leather details doing an edge highlight with Scrag Brown. Something that's really easy to do but adds a lot of character to the armour is painting small scuffs and scratches. For this we'll focus on the red half using Fire Dragon Bright. For the white half of the armour we can use Rhinox Hide to paint small chips and focus those along the edges. And when we're adding effects like this, it's best to take your time and build them up slowly until you're happy with how they look, so they don't overpower all the work we've already done. The last thing to do on our Stormlord is to bring it to life painting those lenses. Let's start by painting the recessed areas with Warpstone Glow. Then after that, paint a thin line along the bottom of each lens with Moot Green. Now let's finish any lens painting a small dot of white scar in the top rear corner. If you didn't know, Space Marines come in all different kinds of colours, and I've really enjoyed showing you how to paint one of the more unique two-coloured schemes, which is really going to help to impress people once they see a whole collection painted like this. So let's see how they turned out. Before we see the finished miniature, I want to say a massive thank you to all the amazing people who've made this tutorial possible with their continued support. It really means a lot. Your generosity allows me to get all the paints, brushes and miniatures I need to make these tutorials so I can continue to help you get better at painting. And I especially want to thank everyone who's recently become a supporter or has donated to the channel. Thank you so much. If you enjoy the content here on TableTopReady and feel you get value from it, you can also support the channel by becoming a channel member or joining my Patreon. You'll get access to our Discord, regular updates and early access to videos and tutorials. We've now finished painting our Stormlord, and I hope I've been able to give you the confidence and knowledge to get your own painted. I've got plenty of other tutorials on the channel showing you how to improve your painting, and if you want to learn how to paint the amazing centrepiece miniature Subaden Khan, I have a masterclass available through Patreon and YouTube memberships. I really do enjoy making these tutorials and I hope you find them useful. If you do, then please leave a like and let me know in the comments. I always love hearing about your own hobby and what you thought of the video. As well, make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss out on future content, and I'll see you in the next video.